Show me. That's an indication. Is there any more in here? Where are they? Okay, take them all out, please. Alfie gave me an indication, and obviously there's more cigarettes.
With over 20 million passengers passing through Dublin Airport annually, it's not just smugglers and illegal contraband that customs need to be aware of.
Go ahead, you're okay. There you go, exit. Thank you.
Customs officer Bruce Heller has received a tip-off about 2 passengers whose flight arrangements have raised a serious red flag.
I received information from the airline corporate security unit that these passengers are travelling on fraudulent credit card bookings, and the bookings are using persons' details who live over in the Far East and Japan. I've just checked with my colleagues in the Garda National Immigration Bureau, and immigration are going to bring them down to be in the customs channel because they need to just make sure they're not carrying anything else illicit.
Collect your bag first and we come back, okay? This way.
Okay, where are you coming from today?
We're coming from Paris.
From Paris?
Yeah.
And were you anywhere before Paris?
We were in South Africa.
What part of South Africa?
In Johannesburg.
Johannesburg?
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you book your ticket to come to Dublin?
Sorry?
When did you book your ticket? What?
We booked the ticket. We tried to book last week.
Okay.
But we couldn't because the flights were pretty expensive. So we got it this morning at the airport in Paris.
And when did you try to book it last week?
When was that last week? When we were buying the same.
And if you just do you not know the answers? You have to keep. Is this your wife?
Cheese, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Because we're using the card.
when did you try to book it last week?
Last week we won the first or something.
It's a simple enough question. So you tried to book it on the 4th of July. And why did you wait till this morning to get it? Did you flew from Johannesburg to Charles de Gaulle today?
Yes,
Today?
we got
That's
it.
okay. That's the answer. That girl will talk to you. How did you pay for your ticket from Johannesburg to Charles de Gaulle?
We used the card.
Whose credit cards?
My wife's card.
Your wife's card?
Yes.
Okay, where'd you get the card?
From the bank.
From what bank?
Barclays.
Okay.
Barclays account.
Yeah, and when did she get it?
Getting the card.
When did she get the card? When?
we've
How long
had
has
it
she
for
got
a
the
while.
card?
We've had it for a while.
For how long? You come on up to this other seat up here, please. Up here, buddy. Up here. Come on up here. Now, what's the purpose of your visit to Ireland?
Basically, we civil engineering contractors.
You're a civil engineer contractor?
Yeah. So we're supposed to have the meeting in Paris, and they moved it. So we thought maybe we could just
How do you mean they moved it?
they changed the dates because we
And when did they change the date to?
we only knew about it when we got there. When we got
Yeah, okay, but like, when was the meeting supposed to be on?
it was supposed to be on tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, but they
And when did
changed
you
the
find
next
out that they changed it?
This morning when we got to France.
And you're not angry that they changed the meeting like that? You were at the flying all the way to Paris and they changed the dates.
We were a bit put off, but then the reason was like.
You don't seem to be angry at all that they changed the dates.
What is it that you work at? What's all the civil engineer? What's all the orders for clothing and stuff?
It's because I also do branding. I do branding as well.
You brand-
Promotional materials.
Okay.
Yeah, so we brand, we buy the materials. And
Are you
brand.
bringing any clothing into this country?
No.
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 Is this regarding this trip?
No, I went to China.
You spent €19,000 on furniture.
Sorry?
$19,000.
$950.
No, the next one, 19,000
Yeah, on furniture. Yeah.
on furniture.
Yeah.
Where were you going to stay in Paris?
We were going to book straight away in there because
You were going to book straight away.
we had.
So you're coming all the way from Johannesburg with your good wife for the meeting in Paris, and you hadn't got a hotel room booked. And both of you are civil engineers, and you hadn't got a hotel booked. It's very strange. It's very strange. That's not good forward planning at all, is it?
Oh yeah, sometimes in life you go, sometimes you excel. It's just that.
No. If you're traveling somewhere, especially if you have such a good position and obviously a highly educated person, you book your room before you go to the country.
Oh yeah. No, but
Especially at the. I don't think you do, because it's the middle of the peak season for tourists all over the world, and you're telling me that you're going to Paris for a meeting, and then you're telling me that you hadn't got a hotel room booked. I don't think you're telling me the truth, to be honest.
Well, we are.
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are. Straight away, I don't think you are. Because, as I said to you, you prefix every answer with I think or I thought, and then you're telling me you flew all the way from Johannesburg to Paris for the civil engineering meeting. Who are you meeting in Paris?
Mr. Francis.
You haven't got a clue, have you? Just be honest with me. You haven't got a brace. You're telling me lies, buddy. The gentleman I'm talking to, he kept slipping up, putting I think and I thought, and I'm not sure. The two of them are coming to a civil engineering meeting. Neither has documentation to show that they're civil engineers, but they were going to stay in Paris. They were going to go to a meeting with civil engineers. They hadn't got a hotel booked in Paris either. And as well as that, the information I've received in the last few minutes as well is that the Garda National Immigration Bureau are not letting them through either.
Ireland's second biggest port at Rosslare handles over 800,000 ferry passengers arriving every year. Here, one of the most effective tools in the battle against smugglers are the specially trained customs dogs.
Very high energy Springer. He needs a lot of exercise, a lot of stimulation. He loves his job, very enthusiastic. So hail, rain, sleet or snow, we're out.
Dog handler Shirley French is on the hunt for illegal contraband, and she has stopped a car travelling in from Lithuania. The passengers have declared a small amount of cigarettes, but Alfie is sensing they're not being wholly truthful.
Alf, show me. That's an indication. Good boy. Johnny. Who do these cigarettes belong to? Is there any more in here?
Yeah.
Where are they?
The other side.
Okay, take them all out, please. Alfie gave me an indication in the footwell of the back seat there that time, which is why I went around to the other side. And obviously there's more cigarettes.
Told him like we have like 60 packs or so in the bag, because we didn't know the limit. We didn't tell them the right number, you know, scared of getting caught like with over the limit and paying fines, you know, and all that. So that's mainly the reason. And then the doggy found it. So that's it.
It could be that there could be more concealed in it. It would be a cute way of trying to evade us doing a further search on the vehicle.
Officers decide to scan and inspect every inch of the vehicle for further contraband.
How was the total count?
7,800.
And they're coming from Lithuania.
They are.
So their allowance is only 300. And how many did they declare?
I think they declared a couple of hundred each. Yeah.
Would you be happy there's nothing else in it, Shirley?
Oh, yeah.
I know the scan showed up shadows, but the lads gave it a good exam.
Oh, yes,
and there seems to be
absolutely.
anything in it.
Officers seize the cigarettes and issue the passenger with a caution, meaning serious consequences if he attempts this again.
That's all we got left.
He didn't seem too upset he was caught. He knew.
No.
I'd say he knew his allowance all right.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
they did. And they're allowed go with their 600 today in cigarettes.
Oh,
and then
that's
the rest
fair
of the
enough.
cigarettes then will be
How many there
seized.
would be?
There's the cards, Eddie. They're clown's credit cards.
Those are genuine cards.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. Your flights today were booked with fraudulent credit cards.
Back in Dublin Airport, Customs Officer Bruce is inspecting the bag of a passenger who has travelled with his wife over 5,500 miles from Johannesburg via Paris.
Who were you meeting in Paris?
Mr. Francis.
You haven't got a clue, have you? Just be honest with me. You haven't got a brace. You're telling me lies, buddy.
They appear to have paid for their flights using someone else's credit card details, and Bruce is determined to get to the bottom of it.
What's in this?
Maize flour.
Maize flowers, eh? How much maize flowers here? How much maize flowers there? There's at least 7 or 8 kilos.
About 6 or 7.
Yeah, why are you bringing that with you for?
Sorry?
Why did you bring that with you?
No, we thought of some point to it because that's our traditional meal.
Yeah, but where, hold on, where are you going to stay?
B&B.
B&B. So what are you bringing that with you for? But you can't cook in the B&B. They won't let you cook that in the B&B.
Some places you can do some self-cutting because last time
Where?
she came,
Where?
at B&B, when she came.
Come here, do you know what? I swear to God, you're just a spoofer. You're just telling me spoofs. You're telling me lies, buddy. Straight away. You're telling me that you're a civil engineer and you brought that all the way from Johannesburg to Charles de Gaulle. About 8 kilos of maize flour. You're not giving me any honest, straight answers at all. Straight away. You're making me a little bit suspicious of you, okay? Just give me that bag off your shoulder, please. Are you going to give me any honest answers today at all, eh?
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me the truth on anything?
I'm telling you the truth.
No, you're not. You're not telling me the truth. This your bag?
It is, yeah.
Did you pack this bag yourself?
Yes.
What do you need the dollars for?
To pay for...
Dollars? To pay for what?
The upkeep.
Upkeep?
Yes.
Upkeep here?
Yeah, in a way.
You know you're in Europe. We use euro in Europe. So why'd you get dollars?
Because we can't find euros in Malawi. They cannot give us dollars, so we can change in the bureau.
Okay, $2,100. Where'd you get this?
From a bank in Malawi.
What bank? What bank? What was the name of the bank?
Opportunity Bank.
What's it?
Opportunity Bank.
Opportunity Bank.
Yes.
And when did you get them?
I forgot the date, but it's time.
You don't remember anything. You have a very bad memory. Are you all right? Are you happy with who you finished with? Will you do me a favour? Will you bring that around and ask them, could they tell you if that's false?
Yeah.
Thanks. Now that lady officer just has one of them. I need to make sure that it's okay, okay? Thank you. These the cards, Eddie? These the cards?
Yes.
They're clowned credit cards.
Those
They're yours. What would you say if I told you they were clowned? They're not real.
Those are cards from my bank.
They're not real.
Those are genuine cards.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. Your flights today were booked with fraudulent credit cards.
Sorry?
Your flights today were booked with fraudulent credit cards.
Barclays one.
No. Did you book the flights with these cards?
I use the Barclays card.
The Barclays card, it's a clowned credit card. It's a false credit card. Yes, I don't believe you, okay?
I don't lie to you. Those are my cards. I wait for that
They're
money.
fine.
Eddie?
No dollars.
Okay. Empty your pockets out on the table for me, please.
I'm saying we've just been unfortunate.
Unfortunately, yeah. You're going to a civil engineering meeting with 8 kilos of maize flour and the meeting is called off at the last minute and you have to come to Dublin and you're not a bit upset about it. Give me a break, lady. You know? So you can put that back in your wallet.
Did the $100 come?
Yeah, you can check it there. Yeah, put it back in, yeah. Check it there. Make sure you have it there. Check it before you go. Okay, yeah, that's it. I'm nearly finished with these 2 passages now because it's clear to me and my colleague that it's just blatant and outright credit card fraud. And even the luggage that he have, like he has a bag with about 8 kilos of maize in it, you know. So they're going to stay in the B&B and I'm sure the lady in the B&B is going to be delighted when they're down in the kitchen. I don't know, maybe she would. These are the credit cards used today in the bookings for this flight from Charles de Gaulle. They're crowned to a Japanese citizen's card. That's the information that I have, and the fraudulent credit cards. So, fraudulent credit card bookings, that's where the whole thing kicked off. And then you heard the interview with him. They're no more civil engineers than you know, I'm Elvis. It doesn't matter, they're not telling the truth, you know. We just got back up here, but if you grab your bags, yeah. That's it. That's it. I just conveyed the passengers back up to the guards up here at immigration. And as I said earlier, they've been refused entry. I believe they've been refused on the basis of deception. All we can do is do our job, and we cooperate with our colleagues in the guards and vice versa. But like there's no doubt that people who are trying to get into Ireland, get to England, and if they're refused entry, they're not going to stop at that. So the guards had to do their job and they do a great job and they intercept them as they did today. And we had our information, and we had to pursue our information as well to ensure that we didn't feel there were any other issues with them, which we didn't. So they're off now, and they'll be going back probably tonight. I don't know for definite if they'd be professional fraudsters, but they could be, but they will come back. That's what I'm saying. It's like smuggling. It's a game. They have to try it again. If at first they don't succeed, try again.
On the grounds of Shannon Airport, customs officers Judith Flood and Valerie Wallace are responsible for checking parcels that arrive from all over the world. As internet shopping increases in popularity, this customs team are finding that it's keeping them on their toes.
Our work is frontline, constant frontline.
You have to have enough knowledge to make a kind of informed decision on a package when you open it. You don't want to be holding up legitimate trade just for the sake of it, but at the same time, if you've any suspicion at all, you have to act on it.
This is a wedding dress coming from China, actually going to a bridal boutique. We're checking it for suspected undervalue. This will be very high end compared to some. This will be very high end quality. It's valued very low. It's valued at only £158 sterling. So the duty on it is 12% and the VAT is 23% of all the total, the cost of the goods, the freight, plus the duty. So this, on that amount, revenue, the state would lose out on funds. We know that this dress, the company have paid more than £158 sterling. So these are detained until we get the proof from the person who's buying it, how much they actually paid for it, as opposed to what was on the invoice from China. Now, we have to be very careful with the wedding dresses.
And we know it's important too for people to get their wedding dresses as soon as possible, and we don't want to upset a bride any more than we have to.
Now, as you can see, this one is presented completely differently. There's no cover, there's no...
It's literally just thrown into a plastic bag. I'm already married, but if I was doing it again, I think I might get very upset if my wedding dress appeared in the post in a plastic bag.
It's quite heavy, actually.
But you can see a lot of the stitching and the embroidery with the jewels wouldn't be up to the same standard as the previous dress. Say, for example, here, without damage, I don't want to damage the dress, but you can see that there's some thread sticking out the side of the dress.
What makes you sort of sad is that some poor girl thinks she's getting her dream dress. Well, my dress was the nearest thing to meringue I've ever seen, but I thought at the time it was magnificent. So maybe styles are coming around again from the sleek to the bigger type of dress.
So we wouldn't think this dress will be as expensive as the previous dress, but the value...
But I think $30 is pushing the luck. So again, somebody in China, to avoid taxes at their end, not the person importing it, has put a value of $30 on it. Definitely this costs more than $30.
So again, we'll go through the same process as the previous dress. We'll detain it and contact the importer looking to prove what they actually paid for the dress.
If we didn't do our job all over the country, if you think about it, there could be people who make wedding dresses here out of business because there's an unfair advantage. Well, I have a niece getting married next April and she's paying $3,000 for a wedding dress.
Yeah.
So when you think about it...
You think of the money you might save, of course you're going to try getting it cheaper. If that means going online, then a lot of people will take the chance.
The dog has knocked 2 bags below. There's a substantial amount.
many cigarettes do you have? Can you come with me, please? You have a few cigarettes to discuss.
It's peak holiday season in Shannon Airport, where over 400,000 passengers pass through its channels every summer.
I realise I just extract 2 of them bags there, please.
One of the most experienced customs officers, Dermot McGrath, is dealing with revellers coming home from their holiday in the sun.
What did you know?
I knew we'd get stopped.
Huh? Oh, there's the bag now we want to see. Joking. Thanks a lot.
He's surveying passengers that have flown home from party town Magaluf, and a piece of equipment used in drug taking has caught his attention.
What's that? I'll just have a look at that bag there, okay? Yeah. Who wants the bag?
4 of us.
4 of you on it. Who packed the bag?
All of us store stuff in there.
Huh?
We all just store stuff in there.
Yeah, okay. Who wants the grinder? Do you have stuff in that bag? You do? Yeah. Who wants the grinder? No? We smoking out there, we is there? What you do out there now doesn't bother us, but we, you know? The grinder's yours, yeah? All right, I'll be there in a minute. Have you any here that might be prohibited?
Sorry?
Have you any here that might be prohibited?
No.
Were you smoking out there?
No.
What you do? They're no bother now, but I mean, you know yourself, will you?
Yeah, but ran on home anyway.
That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. That's where we understand that, so that's all right. What were you wearing when you were smoking out there, were you? What clothes were you wearing?
All my clothes.
You smoking all the time,
No,
you were?
I only smoked it once.
What were you wearing that day?
Can't remember.
Yeah. The lads there, none of them claimed ownership until the guy here then he put his hand up and said it was his. But it had never been used or anything like that, so. He said he was only using one night out there. He smoked a bit of cannabis, so. Are they all your cigarettes, are they?
No, they're my ones too, and one other lad's ones, the other ones.
Are they tax paid there?
Over there anyway.
Where'd you buy them?
In Santa Panza.
Inside in the box of cigarettes you could actually have drugs concealed, so we will look at that as well, you know. Sure they're all cigarettes anyway. It's 1 minute, I just want to check something down the laser. How much was it?
€11.
And what is it for? Is it just for the lights or is it a single pointer?
No, it's a single one on the toilet, but
Yeah. Hello there, Dermot here, Shannon. How are you getting on? Just one here. I haven't really come across lasers. You know, these little laser pens there. Have you an issue with them or? No, listen, if off the top of your head you've no problem with them anyway, that's all right. I'll be the same, so that's fair enough. Come on. You won't be using it as airplanes or anything like that, no?
I won't. I don't live close enough to the airplanes.
Take care.
Thanks.
No sign of anything in the bags anyway. We did a good control on them, so all clear.
Back at Shannon Airport's parcel office, customs officers Judith and Valerie are still at work. So far, they've found wedding dresses, but now the brief's been changed.
Underwear. These goods actually have been confirmed as counterfeit. Look where the logo is. You wouldn't have to be a rocket science to see somebody was slightly offside. So they were. You know, the buyer is rarely at fault. They buy from what appears to be legitimate websites. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can ever do. If they're deemed counterfeit, our hands are tied. Like these are diesel. But none of the logos match what diesel have. And even if they do appear to be identical, again, the rights holders can tell immediately. They have whole teams of people looking. They know exactly what they're looking for on these. They can tell from the way even the label is stitched on that it's not their product.
Plus the fact that the label's upside down.
Yeah, if you see that
dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. As you can see, some of the things we see are misspelt products. Last one for today.
Very strong smell of glue off this dress as well.
It's actually not giving us a price on this one. So what we have to do in this case is go back to the manifest from the flight and check it, and then determine from that if we think the value is correct.
I think this is possibly a Deb's dress, maybe, or some kind of evening gown.
It's all sequined.
There's some threads hanging off the arms.
There are,
so.
but the whole body is completely covered in sequins.
I don't know if you can see that there. There's some very loose threading around the sleeves. It looks a bit like a disco ball, to be fair.
But it's somebody's dream dress.
It's somebody's dream dress, exactly.
I would say they probably paid online about 120. Yeah, 120 euro for this. Now, more than likely, it's probably down as 30. No, there is a lot of work gone into it.
Well, given the length of it, they're obviously a tall person.
Very tall, and they're well built based on the measurements that are here. Like myself, generously proportioned is the way I'll put it. This is not a Deb's dress.
No,
this
it's
is
formal evening wear.
Formal evening wear, yeah.
Going to a wedding or.
We know the Deb's dresses. They're all tiny little shifty things that
6-inch waist.
my left leg wouldn't fit into. We have them boxed up, ready to go to the state warehouse. Now, there was other goods in the box, but they weren't, they'd no labels on them. So we've released those, but anything with the label, we've had confirmed by the rights holders, and we will have them destroyed. This work is constant. From the minute we open the doors at 8 in the morning, it is constant.
No 2 days will ever be the same.
Ever.
Ever.
I think if we're in customs 40 years, you wouldn't learn everything that there is to learn.
Cork is home to Ireland's second busiest airport, where flights returning from popular holiday resorts keep customs officers busy. Tonight, Caroline Bowman and her team are on duty.
With the customs dog in operation, if we just keep walking.
Briefing Caroline on today's operation is head of the customs team, Joe Sullivan.
Caroline, 3 flights run tonight that we're going to target. The first one, I want you to be the case officer for it. Okay. And if we have a result in it, I want you to deal with it and carry it through.
We'll be downstairs for the arrival of the baggage from the flight. Olivia will work the dog on the belt. She'll run the dog over all the baggage that arrives, the checked-in luggage. If there's an indication, we will just check the passenger's name on the tag, and from there we'll work up, we'll let it come up the belt, and we'll identify the passenger collecting the bag, coming through the channels. We'll give them a chance to make a declaration. If they don't, we'll put it through the X-ray machine, and we'll go from there and search the bag.
Good boy. Good boy. Come on up.
Yeah. So the dog indicated on 2 passengers' bags. We'll identify the bags above and the passengers who collect them now. And we'll put it through the X-ray machine, and we'll take them around and we'll interview them then, and we'll just see how much we're dealing with. So I'll just explain now to the lads the description of the 2 bags. And we'll see what happens out here then. The dog has knocked 2 bags below. There's a substantial amount, I believe. It's 1 navy bag, 1 black transit bag with a yellow band on the top and handle of it. There we go.
Hello, how are you?
Can you just go through the red or green channel for me and put your bags through the X-ray machine, please? Thank you. Hi, folks. Where are you travelling from? Can you just put your bags through the machine there, please, for me?
Take this as well, please.
Oh.
How many cigarettes do you have?
You have cigarettes in your bag?
20. You might just hang up.
We might hang up the phone there.
Please.
These are your 2 bags? Yeah. Yeah? Did you pack them yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you come with me, please? You have a few cigarettes. Need to discuss? Just bring it around the corner there, please, Cindy. Thank you. A lot of cigarettes. We're 1 passenger to be carrying. Can you follow me, please? Sorry, folks. This is a big one, all right.
We scanned the container. It's shown us an inconsistency within the load. We're going to hand over to the examination team next. They're going to open the load and maybe put the dog around it.
The Port of Cork in the south of Ireland has a natural deep-water harbour that can accommodate huge vessels over 200 metres in length, making it a vital link in the global supply chain. One such ship arrives from Central America every week, carrying containers full of legitimate products. But smugglers will try any means possible to conceal contraband and get it into the country. It's 6 a.m. and Officer Michelle Kennedy is heading a weekly search operation.
This morning we are in the freight container compound in the Deepwater Berth in Ringaskiddy. We are conducting a scanner-based operation. Our target vessel is the Banana Boat, which is currently arriving in. And we've about 65, 70 containers that are due to be discharged in Cork. Every vessel that would originate in South America or Central America would be a high-risk target vehicle for ourselves. We would hope that it would be a successful morning, but these things aren't guaranteed. Some mornings we will be successful, but there are a lot of mornings that we're not, but fingers crossed.
With such a huge task ahead, Michelle has brought in the experts from Dublin. Officer Nia Fahy is assisting the operation.
So far, so good. We've scanned 3 boxes so far. We're on our 4th box now, and they've all been clear. Zoom in on that area. Okay, that last one we scanned there is clear to go.
Roger that.
Scanned the container and it's shown us an inconsistency within the load. The bottom of the load here, there's different shapes to what we've seen before of the shape of the banana. It's kind of more like a sausage shape than the banana, the curve, it's more flat. These rows are turned a different way to these rows, but even the top of this is kind of pointing out towards us, whereas the inconsistency is kind of just lying flat. So we're going to hand over to the examination team next. They're going to open the load, take out some of it, and maybe put the dog around it if they can to see what it is. When you get such a strong indication, you do get very excited. You know, this is what we're here to do, is to find something, and it's great when we do find stuff. If we don't find something, we're acting still as a deterrent to people.
This container was scanned earlier and there were some inconsistencies with the scan, which will require us to empty out some of the rows of bananas to determine exactly what's causing the inconsistency. It wasn't possible to do that on a visual inspection, so we moved the container from Ringaskiddy to this facility here. individually wrapped. Yeah, we might just cut into one. There we go. It's not something we've come across too often. Normally, when we're opening up and we're carrying out inspections, it's very much it's bunched. You sometimes would have, slightly smaller, sweeter bananas, but again, they would be bunched. But certainly, single bananas isn't something we've come across very often ourselves. It was a successful day. We got lots of scans. Unfortunately, we had no fines, but there's always next week.
After 7 years working as a customs officer, Bruce Heller is used to dealing with all sorts of passengers.
How are you doing? How's things? Where are you coming in from today?
Fulham.
Where?
Fulham.
Good man, that's great. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks.
But some, more than others, register on his radar.
You're here for 2 weeks, yeah?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and what? You're going to work here for 2 weeks,
Yeah,
Sure, it's no problem. It's okay. Listen, it's okay.
I just asked a question and you are checking on my...
Do they have customs in Spain?
Yeah,
I have with customs, yeah? That's their job. We do that. We don't just do that with you. We do it with hundreds of people. Have you got good English, yeah?
Yeah.
There's no need to be...
That's what I want.
Come here, there's no need to be nervous or agitated. There's no problem, okay?
It's strange for me.
Well, you're very lucky because it happens to thousands of people every day. Not that it happens, it's just a procedure we go through.
Yeah,
so where are you going?
I'm just going to...
Well, I'm going to just ask you a couple of questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm customs officer. I showed you my badge, okay? It's, this is all your luggage, is it?
Yeah, it's all like that.
How long are you going to spend in Ireland?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Where are you going?
And Kinsale.
Kinsale.
I was here.
No problem, buddy. And what are you going to work at?
And in a hostel.
In a hostel?
But it's not kind of regular work. There's a place called work away.
Yeah.
You work a few hours in the place
Sure.
in exchange for a bed and food.
Sure.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
It's like more like a holiday.
Yeah, okay. And where are you from?
Madrid.
Madrid, you're from Madrid. And you flew in from Madrid tonight, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. And this place where you're going to work, do you have any documentation or is it on your phone?
No,
or
there is no documentation.
Is there any?
It's not like I'm not working normal hours.
Do you have an email on your phone or do you have text messages on your phone?
Yeah, you can call my...
No, do you have anything on your phone from the?
I don't know if I have this Irish phone.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah, no problem, buddy, no problem.
What, you mean the number phone for the people who ain't gonna work?
Yes, that's what I asked you 3 times, my friend, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Well, you have to relax for me, okay? You're making me a bit suspicious of you because you're very nervous, okay? What are you so nervous for? What are you so nervous for?
This is so strange for me,
Well, look, come here, you have to stop thinking like that because I just reassure you that this happens to thousands of people across the world every day of the week, okay? There's no need to be nervous, okay? Good man, no problem. Initially, when the officer stopped this passenger, he was nervous, he was very fidgety, he's very snappy. He is genuinely, as far as I'm concerned, he's genuinely here for 2 weeks and he proved that with his documentation. We have no customs issues with him, so he's allowed to proceed. Next time you go through customs or police, just relax.
I get nervous when I talk English.
Okay. Listen, it's no worries, okay? Okay. Go ahead, get your busting.
Okay.
Adios, gracias, okay? Okay.
Back at Cork Airport, Customs Officer Caroline has stopped a man that she suspects may be slightly over his allowance of cigarettes.
Harvey knocked the 2 bags from the passenger below. His indication, he literally went flat out on the ground, his nose to the bag, wouldn't move from it. So, very positive indication that there was cigarettes in the 2 bags. Are you travelling on your own?
Yep.
Can you open these for me, please? How long were you out there for?
A week.
Okay.
Yep.
You're aware that your allowance is 200?
I know.
Okay. Right. Can you open the other one there for me, please? It's the same, is it? How many cigarettes have you?
50.
How much were they per carton?
About 20 euros.
Okay. Can you open that one for me now? Okay. At this stage, I'm going to caution you, okay? You are not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. But whatever you say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. Do you understand the caution? Okay. It's because you have so many. I'm going to see how much you have now. Okay. Have you ever been stopped by customs before? No? Never? Okay. Did you just go out for a cigarette run?
Yes.
Yeah.
I smoke a lot. I smoke a lot.
Yes. Smoke a lot. Have you done this before? Have you brought in cigarettes before?
No. Looks like it's the first and last.
I know. So how many cigarettes have you?
75.
75 cartons. Okay. Is it your intention to sell the cigarettes?
No.
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 What are you going to do with them?
Smoke them.
Smoke them?
Yeah.
All of them?
Well, the year is long.
Okay, just give me one moment, okay? You right there, Jen? How many do you?
8,000 in that bag.
8,000.
Yeah, and we've one short of 7,000. We're 20 short of 7,000 more.
Okay. I just interviewed him. I cautioned him straight away once I discovered that he has a substantial amount of cigarettes. He has 75 cartons, most of 15,000.
Okay.
Just checking to see if he's any other. He says he's not known to customs. He said he went out in a cigarette run. He didn't admit to his intentions are not to sell on. He said he's a heavy smoker.
Okay. Just remind him that he'll be liable to prosecution.
Yes, okay. As you know, your allowance is 200. Cigarettes are seized, okay? There's no going back with those. A file will also be prepared, and there possibly will be a prosecution because you have so many. I'll issue a seizure notice, okay? Notice of seizure. I would strongly advise not to bring this amount of cigarettes back with you, okay? Your allowance is 200 coming from the Canary Islands. And as I say, you will be notified down the line if there is a prosecution. You can, you're free to go. So now we've just counted all the cigarettes, we've tallied up and we've got the final count. And in a few days' time, they will be taken to the state warehouse where they'll be held for destruction eventually, once the case is completed. Something like this, when you hit something and it all comes together, it's just a feeling of satisfaction, really. Now, every day, as I said, we're happy with controlling people. We know when we go home at night that we've done our best anyway, but days like this just make it that little bit better.
If prosecuted, the passenger could face a fine of up to €5,000 and could also receive a 12-month prison sentence.
You know your school is decent when it has its own fire station, and the competition to be fire captain is heating up. Sorry about that. Gordonstoun A Different Class is new Friday at 8 on Sky One.